Live, good people, live. Yo, what up, good people? 52 Fridays, you already know what it is. First message of 2021, and today's message is I dare you. So, I dare you to trust in your talents and step into your purpose. I dare you to trust in the God of your understanding and watch him order your steps. I dare you to love hard. I dare you to cry, not stay in that sunken place, but relieve yourself of whatever it is that's causing you to cry and move on. I dare you to set healthy boundaries that assist you in meeting your goals. I dare you to let your voice be heard and know that you belong in that room, in that meeting, at that table, in that leadership position. I dare you to embrace it. I dare you to be who you really are and not your representative. I dare you to be great, phenomenal, extraordinary, outstanding, and awesome. I dare you, I dare you, I dare you to live, good people. Live. Peace. Yo, what's going on, good people? 52 Fridays, you already know what it is. So today's message is ascension and progression. This week I was actually out of town traveling on business. The hotel I was staying at was, I think I was on the 31st floor. As I was looking at a neighboring hotel, I thought that the neighboring hotel was actually closer than it was. So I'm like, oh, it's, maybe 5 minutes away, when in reality it was 15 and 20 minutes away walking. Bottom line is, what I was taking away from that is I was pretty high up, from a floor perspective, and it skewed my perception of how close things were. So it made me think about how, as you continue to grow, your perception of achieving a goal can be altered or adjusted inappropriately. You still have to do the work. All right? You never know, so live, good people, live. Peace. Yo, what's going on, good people? 52 Fridays, you already know what it is. So today's message is your impact. Your impact. So today I was on my normal run/walk fitness journey, and I saw an older white gentleman outside actually walking his dog, and he stopped me as I was on my cool down, and he said, "Hey man, I just want to let you know I admire you." And at first I'm like, well, what is he talking about? He's like, no, I've seen you. This is your second or third time coming past my house. And I just want to let you know I admire what you're doing. I want you to keep going. I'm watching. So I said to say, you never know who's watching and what your impact can be. Who's to say? He might come out next week and decide to walk or run. But you never know, all right? So live, good people, live. Yo, what's going on, good people? 52 Fridays, you already know what it is. So today's message is simplicity is enough. Simplicity is enough. So you don't always have to go and do the grandiose thing to enjoy life. You don't always have to go to a five-star restaurant or, some elegant restaurant or something like that. It's okay to go to your nearby eatery and grab a table, sit outside, and just enjoy the view, enjoy the weather, and have some good food. It's cool to go to your local bar, have a couple drinks with your friend or your significant other, and just enjoy the evening. Stop confusing the grandness of something being over the top with actually living. It's not that serious. Sometimes simplicity is all you need. You never know, so live, good people, live. Yo, what up, good people? 52 Fridays, you already know what it is. So today's message is in the dark. So I read a quote this week that said, in the dark, the divine and demonic feel the same. You can take that to mean many different things, but what I got from it is, or one of the things I got from it is, contingent upon where you are in your life, um, will impact how you take the message or how you take an interaction. So you may be in a dark place and take what was really a negative as a positive or a divine intervention because your vision was skewed at the time you received the information, right? So be mindful of who the person is, where you are in your life, and what it can mean. You never know, so live, good people, live. Yeah, what up, good people? 52 Fridays, you already know what it is. Today's message is stay the course. So just know that the God of your understanding has you right where you are for his purpose. He is with you to give you victory as he sees fit. So stay the course, man. There were many times that when I was in the hospital that I didn't want to do occupational or physical therapy, but as long as I trusted the process and trusted that he would bring me through, I made it. There were many times that I was at a previous employer and I didn't want to go to that particular job on certain days, but it prepared me for where I am now in my career. Bottom line is, um, stay the course. Sometimes it may require you to get out of your comfort zone a little bit, but you'll make it and it's greater on the other side. All right? You never know, so live, good people, live. Yo, what's going on, good people? 52 Fridays, you already know what it is. So today's message is you and they deserve it. So on my Facebook memories, I had the opportunity to see some memories from where I took my daughter to the daddy-daughter dance. And I started thinking about, times where it's necessary to be your best self. Because not only you deserve to be your best self, but others deserve for you to be your best self in that moment, um, during that time period in life, for them, right? So I think it's twofold. It's imperative for you not only to be your best self for you, but it's also imperative for you to be your best self for others because you and them deserve it. All right? You never know, so live, good people, live. Yo, what's going on, good people? 52 Fridays, you already know what it is. So today's message is your wins. So when you realize that your wins are tied to the plans of the God of your understanding, you executing on your blessings and aligning your values with your actions, your life changes. Those whose approval you seek will come to you. And if not, you have to understand that the approval that you were seeking is definitely not meant for you to have. So stop chasing it. You understand? Life presents changes and challenges for you that may request you or require you to bend, but never break. All right? Your wins. You never know. So live, good people, live. Yo, what's going on, good people? 52 Fridays, you already know what it is. So today's message is take the time. Again, today's message is take the time. So oftentimes we get inundated and fixated on making sure we're doing what we're supposed to be doing for work or for running our businesses if you're an entrepreneur, and things of that nature, and miss out on taking the moments to ensure that your family or your loved ones um, have or share in the time that you have available. Um, so bottom line is, don't neglect those who are important to you because you can never get those moments back. So make sure that when it's all said and done, you have made memories and you've taken the time. All right? You never know. So live, good people, live. Peace. Yo, what up, good people? 52 Fridays, you already know what it is. Yo, today's message is be authentic in honor of the dog DMX, RIP, my guy. The reason why so many of you guys, I'm sure like myself, probably love DMX and his music and what he stood for is because if you liked him or, if you felt good, bad, or indifferent about where he stood with certain things, he was always authentic. He was always himself. You always knew where he stood as it pertains to his relationship with God. You always knew where he stood in relationship to his addiction and his struggles with life. So one thing that you can never take away from him is, he was always authentic. So for us, the takeaway is make sure you're authentic. All right? 52 Fridays. Peace. Yeah, what's going on, good people? 52 Fridays, you already know what it is. So today's message is what will it take for you to listen? So this message is inspired and, kind of driven by my cousin Lauren from a conversation we were having last Friday, particularly after, I posted no warning shots was the message. So sometimes life does send you a warning shot, right? But we tend to ignore it. It may be because we don't believe in the source of where the warning shot is coming from. We think that the event may be a one-off, right? Or we simply have no regard for others. But in any case, I've heard the saying that God first whispers, then he talks to you, then he screams at you. And sometimes that scream may be the precursor to the end. So make sure you pay attention, humble yourself, and listen, right? You never know, so live, good people, live. Yo, what's going on, good people? 52 Fridays, you already know what it is. So today's message is one yes. So oftentimes, or too many times, we get inundated with everything that's not going right. We want to focus on the no's, right? The hey, I didn't get this opportunity, or I didn't get that opportunity, or I'm too afraid to keep moving forward because I don't want to have to deal with rejection. But in reality, all you need is that one yes. You're one yes away from achieving your goals. You're one yes away from, moving forward in your career. You're one yes away from making sure that you are financially free. So focus on the one yes. All right? You never know. So live, good people, live. Peace. Yo, what's going on, good people? 52 Fridays, you already know what it is. So today's message is go beyond. Go beyond. So, go beyond what you're accustomed to. It'll help you grow by expanding your way of thinking, setting new goals and objectives, expanding your belief system, expanding your circle of friends and acquaintances. It'll put you in rooms that you probably didn't think you would ever be in. But in order for you to get in those rooms, you got to go beyond where you think or you ever thought that you would be able to go. You got to expand your horizons, if you will. Make sure that you're not saying that I'm not just a kid from Newark, Charlotte, wherever, whatever city you from. You are more than that. It's okay to rep where you from, but also understand that you're not just anything. All right? Go beyond. You never know, so live, good people, live. What's going on, good people? 52 Fridays, you already know what it is. Today's message is moments that matter. So, the Sunday before last, we took my daughter and her running mate, Steven, to get some last minute items for their last campaign party for Mr. and Mrs. Freshman. Why is that important? That's important because, I had a business trip to fly out for on Monday. Typically, I would have spent that day and that time preparing for my trip. But I opted to make sure that I was there for them, as well as, my family to go get those items. Listen, I had the opportunity to see my daughter cry from excitement from winning Miss Freshman of John C. Smith University. Those are the moments that matter. Yes, I could have been tired, whatever the case may be, but the most important piece of it all was I was there for the moments that matter. And it's not about me. The bigger message is you have to make sure you're there for the moments that matter. That's what your legacy will be built on. Those are the stories that will be shared when you're no longer here and while you're here, right? That's what's important. The moments that matter. Be there for the moments that matter. All right? You never know, so live, good people, live. Peace. Yo, what's going on, good people? 52 Fridays, you already know what it is. So today's message is invest in yourself. Make sure that you're taking the time to actually invest in yourself, be it monetarily or with physical fitness, or just finding a mentor that can pour into you, or, finding programs on LinkedIn, professional services, and things of that nature. Make sure you're taking the time out for personal growth and development, and investing in yourself, because those are the things that's going to push you to the next level. We always get caught up in doing things and paying attention to things outside of actually driving our personal and professional goals, and that can be a large distraction. So long story short is, make sure you're investing in yourself. All right, you never know, so live, good people, live. Love y'all. Peace. Yo, what's going on, good people? 52 Fridays, you already know what it is. So today's message is unintended messages. So unintended messages by way of your actions are typically the most impactful. So for example, when I was in the hospital, my kids had the opportunity to see strength through two different lenses. One is through the lens of their mom, who stayed with their dad during the time that he was in the hospital for 26 days or so. The other is strength through their dad, who had to overcome the obstacles while being in the hospital and never giving up. Those actions for them will serve them later in life, because they have that strength, the message of strength, to draw from as they continue to progress in life. So pay attention to your actions. You never know, so live, good people. Yo, what's going on, good people? 52 Fridays, you already know what it is. So today's message is you are here. So I was having a conversation with my dad earlier this week, and part of the conversation, he started talking about how people he grew up with on the block are no longer here. So let me say this: in no way is this a slight to anyone who's transitioned, but more of a realization that you are here. You are here to live. You are here to hug your family and your friends and let them know that you love them. You are here to live through the good and the bad, right? You are here to make amends, not just through your words, but also through your actions. You are here to just enjoy life overall, right? I mean, you are here, right? So you are here to live. Good people live. So just do just that. Live. Enjoy life. All right? Love. Yo, what's going on, good people? 52 Fridays, you already know what it is. So today's message is the good towels and washcloths, for that matter. So stop saving the good towels, quote unquote, and washcloths only for guests, right? Utilize or purchase some for everyday use for yourself. The good towels, quote unquote, is a representation of the lifestyle that you deserve. You deserve plush lifestyle. Stop downgrading yourself or going for what's the cheapest just to get by, right? This is bigger than actually, right, the good towels. This is actually a representation or metaphor of what you are and who you are and what you deserve. So start using the good towels every day. Get it? Yo, what's going on, good people? 52 Fridays, you already know what it is. So today's message is pay attention. So oftentimes you'll have conversation with people, or you'll just, be in your day-to-day interactions with people, and comments will be made either straightforward or jokingly, but under the guise that you may not interpret it to be that person's true feelings. So just pay attention. People will really and truly reveal who they are in the moment, but most importantly, they'll do so when they think that you're not paying attention to what their true intent is. All right? So, bottom line is pay attention. You never know, so live, good people live. Peace. Yo, what's going on, good people? 52 Fridays, you already know what it is. So today's message is don't fold. Don't fold. So earlier this week, I was thinking about the time that I was in the hospital some years back. And, I was going through some difficult times, but I also saw, my family, my wife, my kids, my parents, aunts, uncles, so on and so forth, all come through, to kind of show their support during that time. But with that, I also realized that I had to do my part. I couldn't just lay in the bed, woe is me, or woe is me. Oh man, this is a horrible situation. Nah, you gotta get up. You gotta do that occupational therapy. You gotta do that physical therapy and all that. You know what I'm saying? So whatever you're going through, just know that you don't get to fold. You gotta keep pushing. All right? Yo, what's going on, good people? 52 Fridays, you already know what it is. So today's message is choices. So last week I was listening to someone and they said, if you had a week to live, what would be important to you? Would you make the same choices that you would normally make in your life today if you only had a week to live? And that made me think about, what we consider to be important and things that we consider not to be important. I'm sure if we all had only a week to live, a lot of those things that you stress over would definitely change and become less important. So I'm not saying that, you should live your life irresponsibly as you potentially would if you only had a week to live. But I am saying reevaluate what's important to you. And most importantly, live, good people, live. Peace. Yo, what's going on, good people? 52 Fridays, you already know what it is. So today's message is, what's your lens, right? Meaning, the way you see things is a direct indication of how you will perform and interact with others. This is true when things are going well and when they're not, right? So when there's a scenario that you're going through, make sure that you're reevaluating the lens that you're using to assess how you want to react or act in that situation, right? Make sure it's not you, is what I'm saying. Make sure it's not your point of view that's skewing how you act or interact with people or in scenarios. All right? So bottom line is, if it's not working, adjust your lens. You never know, so live, good people, live. Peace. Yeah, what's going on, good people? 52 Fridays, you already know what it is. So today's message is lion versus lamb. Lion versus lamb. I read a quote this week that said, sometimes you have to be the lion so you can be the lamb you really are. I interpreted that to mean sometimes you have to be assertive in order to get back to the chill or the peace or the calm that you typically like to maintain or you typically like to have. I know a lot of my messages are rooted in, just being humble, being calm, and living your life in that way. But sometimes you do have to step outside of that box and be assertive to get what you need and where you really want to go. So don't take that as, a knock or you being out of character. Sometimes that's a necessary evil. You understand? So be assertive, man. Sometimes be the lion. You never know. So live, good people, live. Peace. Yo, what's going on, good people? 52 Fridays, you already know what it is. So today's message is the thief. The THE thief. I was listening to an interview this week, and a person said entitlement is the thief of hard work and progress. Again, entitlement is the thief of hard work and progress. So, stop being entitled. Realize that at some point and at some age, no one owes you anything. Matter of fact, you owe you more than someone owes you something. So stop being entitled. It's going to slow up your progress. It's going to make you become stagnant. You owe you. Focus on that. All right? You never know, so live, good people, live. Peace. Yo, what's going on, good people? 52 Fridays, you already know what it is. So today's message is expired friendship. I read something earlier this week where it said expired friendship is not beef. And it's true, right? Like expired friendship could simply mean that you and the person who you were friends with previously no longer have common interests. It happens. It's fine. The problem is many people spend their wills trying to chase a past relationship that has no value add to their future. Nothing positive to add to your future. You're just chasing an old friendship for no reason. People grow apart. It happens. It's okay. Move on. Continue to enjoy your life and grow as a person. All right? You never know, so live, good people, live. Yo, what up, good people? 52 Fridays, you already know what it is. So today's message is no warning shots. So this week I heard a quote from Inky Johnson. Shout out to Inky Johnson. That said, never take life for granted because sometimes life doesn't send a warning shot. Again, never take life for granted because sometimes life doesn't send a warning shot. In a nutshell, live every day like, it's your last. Don't keep putting things off. Don't say, I'll get it done tomorrow. I'll get it done next week. I'll get it done next month. I'll start my business next week. I'll start my business next year. I'll start school next month. Stop putting things off. You may not get a warning shot. It may just be your last day. I don't want to sound morbid, but I just want to encourage you all, man, to live, good people, live. You never know, all right? Again, live, good people, live. Peace. Yo, what's going on, good people? 52 Fridays, you already know what it is. So today's message is peace in turbulence. Again, that's peace in turbulence. So I was recently traveling for work, and we hit some turbulence. So I was on a flight coming back home. You can see that there were a lot of people that were, kind of nervous, scared, looking around, questioning what's going on. As for me, I was like, well, you know what? God got me. Turned my music up and kept listening to my music and chilling, right? We eventually got through the turbulence, but what I wanted to say is that there's a level of peace and comfort that comes with you knowing that the higher power, your higher power, or the God of your understanding has you, right? So listen, remember that there's peace even in the most difficult times, all right? You never know, so live, good people, live. Peace. Yo, what's going on, good people? 52 Fridays, you already know what it is. So today's message is decide. So when will you decide is my question, right? We more times than not, know what it's going to take for us to be successful. We know what it's going to take for us to be happy. We know what it's going to take for us to progress to the next level. We know what we want. The problem isn't knowing what we want, it's actually deciding to take action to get what we want. Again, the problem isn't knowing what we want, it's actually deciding to take action to get what we want. So I urge you to decide. Simply decide and then take action. You never know, so live, good people, live. Peace. Yo, what's going on, good people? 52 Fridays, you already know what it is. So today's message is trust the vibe. So some people will call it intuition, however you want to label it. I'm going to call it a vibe, right? So oftentimes we get confused or make mistakes by not trusting our initial interaction and the vibe that we got from our initial interaction with someone, right? And that can be good or bad, right? I mean, if it's bad, then you just want to be cognizant of how you conduct yourself with that person moving forward. If it's good, you want to trust that vibe as well, but also be mindful of, being cautious and not just overly trusting someone as well. But either way, you need to trust the vibe, right? So, at the end of the day, trust the vibe. You never know, so live, good people, live. Peace. Yeah, what's going on, good people? 52 Fridays, you already know what it is. So today's message is your worth. Your worth. So I was listening to, I believe it was Jim Rohn at some point this week, and he said you get paid for your value, not necessarily for the time. So it made me think about, just knowing your worth. More times than not, we want to focus on, did I put in enough time? Did I do enough work? But the reality of it is, if you're able to do the maximum amount of work needed to accomplish a goal in a shorter length of time, then why do you need to stay there for the additional time? Bottom line is, know your strengths, know what you do well, and do it. Know your worth. Peace. Yo, what's going on, good people? 52 Fridays, you already know what it is. So today's message is be prepared and listen. So a little over a month ago, I broke my toe, right? So who cares, Jamil? That's all well and good. Glad that you're doing better, but who cares? The lesson in it all is I went outside without the appropriate footwear on to, participate in the activity. And that's really what led to me breaking my toe. More importantly, about 2 to 3 minutes before the actual incident happened, something told me, and I'll say God in this instance told me, hey, Jamil, why don't you just go in the garage and change your shoes? But I didn't listen. Thus, I broke my toe. So bottom line is, make sure you're prepared for the activity and listen when something tells you to do otherwise. Yo, what's going on, good people? 52 Fridays, you already know what it is. So today's message is settle in. Settle, SETTLEN. So this week I started back on my fitness journey and I was running. And I realized I kept looking at my watch, right? The more I looked at my watch, the more difficult it got for me to complete my goal, my mission of, what I was trying to do as I was out here hitting the streets running. But it made me realize and think about, the journey isn't always going to be easy. There's going to be some difficulties. There's going to be some challenges, right? But stop looking at the clock. Stop counting the days. Stop counting the minutes. Stop counting the hours. Settle in and enjoy the journey. You'll come out successful on the other side, much like I did while I was out running. All right? You never know, so Live, good people, live. Peace. Yo, what's going on, good people? 52 Fridays, you already know what it is. So today's message is bigger than us. So I get messages or people see me out and they say, hey man, I really enjoy what you're doing with 52 Fridays. Keep doing it. It's motivating, it's positive, it's encouragement. It speaks to me at that particular point in time. That does not necessarily reflect the amount of likes or shares or whatever the case may be I get on these messages. And sometimes I find myself thinking, should I continue to keep doing these messages? Is it making a difference? But when I speak to people and I realize that if I'm only touching one person, that's more than enough. More importantly, life is bigger than us. It's more about what you do to impact your community, your kids, your legacy, the God of your understanding, and all those things, right? So continue to function as though life is bigger than you, all right? You never know, so live, good people, live. Peace. Yeah, what up, good people? You already know what it is, 52 Fridays. So today's message is pride, power, and boundaries. Don't be blinded by pride and perceived power. Understand that the opportunities you have today, the materialistic things that you have today can be gone tomorrow. Make sure you're setting boundaries that keep you aligned with your long-term goals and the God of your understanding. This past weekend, my pastor said, boundaries are not about what we can't have. It's about what can't have us. Think about it. Boundaries aren't about what we can't have, but what can't have us. All right? So, you never know. So, live, good people, live. Peace. Yo, what's going on, good people? 52 Fridays, you already know what it is. Today's message is meaningless actions. So listen, stop doing things that add no value to either you or the intended recipient, right? Meaning, stop doing things that don't make sense for you to do. I mean, it's a waste of your time. So if you know that your actions are not going to lead to anything positive, then why do it? Time is priceless. Think about it. Stop wasting your time. You don't have a lot of it to waste. So if the person isn't going to act or execute on what you're attempting to help them to do, then think about not doing it. It's okay. Value your time. All right? You never know, so live, good people, live. Peace. Yo, what's going on, good people? 52 Fridays, you already know what it is. So I was watching an interview the other day with Deion Sanders, and he said, be careful who you call a role model because a lot of these models are playing roles. Again, be careful who you call a role model because a lot of these models are playing roles. Now listen, I strongly encourage people to have mentors, people who they look up to, big brothers, big sisters, biologically or not, to help you with things that you may not be familiar with or you just may need guidance in. But be careful because some of these people are not who they say they are and their intentions aren't pure. Some of them are using you as leverage to get to their next, beneficial situation. So just be careful, all right? You never know, so live, good people, live. Peace. Yeah, what's going on, good people? 52 Fridays, you already know what it is. So today's message is find value. Find value. So take the time to explore where you find or items that you find or scenarios that you find value in. And once you find it, make sure that you're nurturing that, right? So, you just caught me. I'm coming back in from a morning exercise, little morning jog, run, whatever you want to call it. But I find value in setting the tone. That's kind of like my start of my day, sets the tone for my day and gets me moving. helps me with my mental capacity and all of that. But it can also be family. It can also be friends. It can also be, um, you know, your favorite restaurant. Just find value, nurture that, and make sure that what you find value in isn't superficial and fake. All right? You never know. So live, good people, live. Yo, what's going on, good people? 52 Fridays, you already know what it is. So today's message is appreciation. I was reading a book and it talked about whether or not we really and truly show appreciation for those that we interact with, be it family members or strangers that we engage with as we're out on our day-to-day, routine. It can be something as simple as telling your kids you appreciate or you see that they're doing a great job with their schoolwork, but not coupling that with, hey, now go clean your room because it's a mess. It can be something like, hey, your spouse has done a phenomenal job with dinner or, with something around the house or something that is out of the ordinary, and really showing them that you truly appreciate what they've done. One thing that the book said was appreciation is from the heart, flattery is through the teeth. So make sure you're showing appreciation. You never know, so live, good people, live. Peace. Yeah, what's going on, good people? 52 Fridays, you already know what it is. So today's message is add value. Add value. So for a lot of you, this message is probably going to hit hard and you may not actually accept it. But nonetheless, bottom line is the reason that you're not progressing or you're not where you want to be or you're not with who you want to be with is because you don't add any value. It's easy to point the finger and say, oh, well, this person or that person or, this particular scenario or system is preventing me from moving forward or progressing. But you also need to do a self-assessment and see if you actually add any value. If the answer is no, you need to figure out what you need to do to add value. All right? You never know, so live, good people, live. Yo, what's going on, good people? 52 Fridays, you already know what it is. So today's message is it's okay. So it's okay to still be growing and learning, right? Because knowledge is infinite. It's okay to be unsure of your next steps, but to keep stepping. It's okay to have failed, but use that as a tool to learn and keep going. It's okay to be confident and humble at the same time. It's okay to love, cry, smile, laugh, mourn, embrace change. It's okay to progress. It's okay to slow down and enjoy the moment. But more importantly, right? It's okay to live. Good people live, right? You never know, man. So please, please, please take the time to enjoy this moment, this second, this millisecond, this hour, and live. Good people live. Peace. Yo, what's going on, good people? 52 Fridays, you already know what it is. So today's message is embrace your growth. Embrace your growth. I hear a lot of people say, I'm still the same whoever, right? And, in this case, I'll say, I'm still the same Jamil. But the reality of the situation is you're not still the same whoever, right? Insert name here. By sheer life alone and, moving through this thing called life, you have different experiences daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, that shape you into the person that you are becoming and the person that you've become. Embrace it. It's cool to grow. That's what you want to do. You don't want to be stagnant and remain the same person that you've always been. That's short-sighted. All right? Embrace your growth, man. 52 Fridays. You never know, so live, good people, live. Peace. Yo, what up, good people? 52 Fridays, you already know what it is. So today's message is choose. You can't go on playing both sides of the fence. Many people can't move forward because there's a lack of consistency. You're being inconsistent with who and what you are and who and what you represent to people that you interact with on a daily basis. We all know that consistency mixed with purpose equals success, right? So if you're inconsistent, then you're lacking in one of those areas. So the key thing is to make sure that when you decide who and what you are, you're making that decision based on your morals, your values, and what you want your legacy to be. All right? So listen, man, choose. All right? Pick a side. You never know, so live, good people, live. Peace. Yo, what's going on, good people? 52 Fridays, you already know what it is. So today's message is unapologetic accomplishments. So bottom line is never dumb down or belittle your accomplishments or achievements for someone else. Know and understand that you worked hard to get where you are. You worked hard to get what you have. You worked hard to just enjoy life's simple pleasures, right? So enjoy it. It's okay. It's fine. If that person isn't where you are at this particular point in time, they'll get there if they put in the work. Again, they'll get there if they put in the work. But it's okay for you to live in that moment and enjoy it. All right? You never know, so live, good people, live. Peace. Yo, what's going on, good people? 52 Fridays, you already know what it is. So today's message is life is a celebration, right? So I missed last week's 52 Fridays because I was celebrating life. My uncle's birthday party was last Friday, and I was attending the birthday party and engaging with family. With all that being said, you know, life is a celebration. It's all about perspective, right? There'll be difficult times, disappointments, relationships will expire, death will happen. You know, there's some of you that are experiencing this right now. You're experiencing life at this present moment. But you have the opportunity to make this moment and this day the best that it could possibly be. It's up to you to choose to celebrate life. All right? So celebrate life, man. You never know. All right? So live, good people, live. Peace. Yo, what's going on, good people? 52 Fridays, you already know what it is. So today's message is free will and purpose. Free will and purpose. So a lot of you guys aren't winning because how you leverage your free will isn't aligned with the purpose from the God of your understanding. Again, how you leverage your free will isn't aligned with the purpose from the God of your understanding. You're out doing things that are not conducive to meeting and achieving your purpose in life. Stop doing some of those things that you know are not aligned with your purpose and watch how much more successful, watch how successful you become. All right? Leverage your free will to achieve your purpose. You never know, so live, good people, live. Peace. Live, good people, live.